Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome to another comic book and superhero month. This one is a really heavy adult animated superhero series that came out in 2021 on Amazon Prime Video. The second season is coming out in November the 3rd, based on the Image comic series. Yeah, a very adult comic of the same name by Kirkman, Corey Walker, and Ryan Otley. The show follows 17-year-old Mark Grayson, nod to Dick Grayson from Batman, and his transformation into a superhero under the guidance of his father, Omni-Man, one of the most violent superpower beings of all time, the most powerful superhero on the planet, Oh, so they say. During his transformation, Mark finds himself struggling between his personal life and superhero duties, where he will be forced to prove that he can be the hero that his father is. The series starts with Steven Yeun, who's great in this role. He's almost 40, doing the voice of a teenager, and it works. Sandra Oh, she's much better here than in Turning Red. Very emotional performance. J.K. Simmons, the man that demands everything that he does. Everything he does, he just commands the screen. As the Grayson family, while the rest of the cast serves as recurring characters. Following the series received widespread acclaim. Yes, this is one of the best shows you can watch right now before the season 2 premiere, because it's not a CW show. It doesn't hold your hand. It's very violent. It's very curse-worthy, heavy. It's very adult. There's nothing kid-friendly about it. And it got praised for its animation, action sequences, story writing, voice acting, emotional weight, and faithfulness to the comics. Oh, yeah, it's definitely faithful, all right. Because if the comic is this violent, then they nailed it. And that is Invincible. Yeah. Woof, this is a lot. My favorite character is not even Mark Grayson. He's great, but he gets beat up a lot. Even in school, he gets beat up. I think if that's in the comics, they should have toned that down a little bit. He doesn't need to get completely annihilated in every fight. My God, that's not vulnerable. That's just, he's perishable. It's ironic they call him Invincible, and he gets beat up in every episode. But still, he does a good job, and he's very likable when he's not getting beat up. My favorite character is Eve. Adam Eve, Samantha Eve Wilkins, voiced by, in this version, the adult version, Jillian Jacobs. Mwah, chef's kiss. Beautiful woman. Hey, Milos. I love her voice. I love how feminine she is. Her costume is pink. It's not this Barbie propaganda movie that came out this year that made billions. This is a real female character without the pandering feminism that we get in everything now. It says she's a matter energy manipulating superheroine, formerly a member of the team and New Guardians roster. She quits after her ex-boyfriend Rex Floyd cheats on her. Yeah. See? Cheating in a show that's animated, and it's not for kids. Do not let your kids watch this. It will traumatize them for life. Some of the action in this is more violent than R-rated movies that come out today in the theater. That is a promise. John Wick ain't got people getting their heads blown off, ripped from limb. A train scene that is so violent that I can't show it. And also, enough gore on the floor to fill a blood bank. Yeah, I did not expect it to be this violent. I'm like, geez, I think you can ease up. I think the second season, we get it. It's not for kids. You can make it adult without having every time somebody gets punched, it's like a limb is going to be lost. Geez, it's very over the top. Very. This is more violent than Rick and Morty and The Simpsons and Family Guy combined. It glorifies in its blood and gore and violence. Walton Goggins is in it. He does fine as Cecil. I saw this adult cartoon. A lot of people did. Fight scenes in the show are better than the superhero movies. Yeah, it doesn't look like a cutscene from a video game. There's creativity. There's a lot of blood. You can see what's going on. It's not edited to crap. And it flows well, yeah. And also, it's in color. It's mostly during the day, so you can see it. It's not covered in rainwater or shadows or the darkness of the night. Mantzoukas, he does great as Rex. Is very funny. Melissa Zhao is Kate, great. Shrinking Ray, Grey Griffin just seems out of place in the show, mainly because she's doing a superhero show that's not for children. So she feels out of place. Kevin Michael Richardson is always good. He's the those two blue ogres. What's his name? Those muscle guys. I think they're called the Mahler twins. Amber, Bennett is voiced by Zazie Beetz. She's always a win. The one voice actor I don't like here because she's not a voice actress is Lauren Cohen as War Woman. She's barely in the show. She's in the pilot and then gets killed off. Yeah, spoilers. This is going to be spoiler heavy. Seth Rogen is a voice. He's all right. He's Alan the Alien. You got Kill Cannon, voiced by Fred Tascasciore, the voice of the Hulk. You got John Hamm as Steve in the first episode. You got Chris Danatopoulos as Green Ghost. Martian Man, voiced by Chad Coleman. Also the gay guy. Don't care about Mark's friend being gay. I've been through this with the CW throughout the years. I don't care. Not for me. And like I said, the show is very. They had a lot of Easter eggs. You have the school that Mark goes to is Reginald Val Johnson High. That's a nod to the actor from Family Matters and Die Hard. If someone gets punched in the show, blood automatically comes out. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Mahershala Ali is Titan in the show. Jaman Hansu is one of the aliens. The second episode is what Secret Invasion should have been. It's violent. It doesn't hold back, and the aliens are actually invading the city. There's none of this political garbage that we have to go through in Secret Invasion. Yeah, this is the show that Secret Invasion and half of these Marvel and DC shows should have been this year. Not boring, not over 2 hours long, a good 40 or 50 minutes. That's all you need. You don't need 2 hours to tell your story. And I'm looking forward to season 2. I love the characters, most of them, especially Eve. She's just so beautiful and so graceful. And also, the show doesn't hold back. It doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't speak down to the audience. Even if you've never read the comics of this, and I never did, how many episodes does the show have? 8. And then there's the special with Adam Eve, which is 9. It's a separate special on its own. That's her own backstory. And the show it gets really intense. I didn't feel like I was watching a cartoon. I felt like I was watching like something on Adult Swim because it's so violent. I'm like, yeah. But it's intense. If you're squeamish, I would say don't watch the show. You're going to see limbs and intestines and eyes and teeth and getting knocked out. It's just absolutely insane. One of the most violent cartoons I've ever seen. This makes South Park look like it's for kids. It doesn't have this much blood where it's like spilling all over the place. People have to like disinfect the rooms because of how much blood is spilled. And the robot is okay, voiced by Zachary Quinto. It goes at a fast pace. When there were a couple of episodes that were kind of boring, but it was just, the subject matter wasn't for me. But watch this. If you're into superhero stuff and you're an adult, not 15, watch this. I recommend it. It's so over the top and violent and adult that you're not going to feel like you're watching a cartoon. And it definitely lives up to its name. And maybe next year or, the next season will be really good. And when the writer's strike is over, they could do more shows like this. I'm tired of shows being predictable and lame and too kid-friendly. They have to hold back and make it too safe. This show did not take it safe. Yeah, it says, while bold animation, bloody action, all-star cast led by the charming Steve Yeun, Invincible smartly adapts the source material without sacrificing its nuanced perspective on the price of superhero powers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It doesn't sacrifice the story. It delves into tough issues real quick. And people are into the show. It says early 2024 was announced that a special episode will later be released. So no, that already happened. Hey, John, I saw the show with my adult guardian. It's pretty good, but it's not meant for you. Because this is meant for people, at least it says 16 or up. I would say 17 and up. Because it is so violent. The Adam Eve story was a little bit less violent because she gets bloody, but she doesn't end up being in the hospital 3 times. Mark goes to the hospital at least 3 times in this first season. Yeah. In like the 3rd episode, he's beat up. The middle episode, he gets clobbered by this tiger or a lion or whatever. He busts him open in the chest, in the stomach. And then in the last episode, I just saw with his father pummeling him. Oh my God. I was like, please make this stop. Yeah. I've heard of tough love, but once you put your hands on a kid, you shouldn't call yourself a parent. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil too much. See Invincible. Read the comics. Get ready to see season 2 in November. I really want to watch more because every CW show pales in comparison. Is not nearly as violent as this, not in a million years, because it's restrained by network television. If this was on network television, half of this stuff would be cut. It would not be the same experience. Show the violence, show the language, show people being adults. The time for kiddie stuff is over. But anyway, thanks for watching. Acknowledge me, acknowledge the show, watch it. It's a recommendation from me. See you in the next one.